Okay. All right, I think we're all right. Not sure if this is working, but we're currently live on all three platforms, I think. We're giving a whirl. I'm doing so. It's actually four platforms today, so I'm not sure how this is all going to work. But um, hold on a sec, guys. I want to see if we're like. Hold on. If this truly works, we're gonna be live on all four platforms. So let's see how this goes because right now, um, what's it called here? We got Twitch, we got YouTube, we got Instagram, and we have TikTok now. So that's all four. That's all four load. That's all four places here. So I'm gonna do my best to monitor all four chat windows. So do forgive me if I don't get to your comment. So just kind of give me a second here while I get all of you up and running here. So oh shit.
Water, drink, water, drink,
My God.
water,
Okay, well that's
drink, water, drink, water, drink, water, bitch.
don't need to fucking start that way. I appreciate it, Taffy. My God. Okay. For those of you wondering, if you want to redeem sound effects to scare the living shit out of me, that's over on Twitch. So we're off to a great start there, ladies and gentlemen. All right, what's going on, everyone? Harold, what's up on TikTok? Everyone joining on Instagram, welcome, guys. This is my first time streaming on Instagram, so not sure how that's gonna go, but what's going on, guys? I think we're good. Can you guys, for those, this is my first time triple streaming, actually quadruple streaming to Instagram. So for those of you on Instagram, let me know if you guys can hear me okay, if the audio is too loud or the music's too loud or whatnot. It looks like you guys are on a slight delay from me here, so there's that. Welcome, first time chats. Let's go. Everyone's joining in. Let's go, guys. Hold on here. If you change plans and need help with Central Florida, yes. All right. So once again, guys, I will do my best to get to your guys' questions one at a time. Seems good so far. That's good to know. So we have a lot to cover. So I'm a little bit behind because we were dealing with a lot today. Made some updates to the website. So for those of you over on Twitch who've been waiting for our giveaways, so for those of you on the other platforms, we are doing some massive giveaways on the Twitch side of things via the website and so forth. I can only keep track of one, what's it called? Like the bit donations, subs, and purchases from one place. So that's why we're doing it off of Twitch for right now because we are a partner there and everything there. So that's to keep that in mind. So if you guys are interested, if you go to the website, gamersheaven.com, we got, that's the giveaway page has been updated. And obviously, we've also added some product to the website. Before you go pitchforks and knives on certain items, please read the items because we did implement a new thing that we have been waiting on just because I didn't know whether or not I wanted to do this or not. I will explain the RCP products from our website. If you guys have more questions on that, I will explain that in a bit here. But I'm sure a lot of you... we are going to be, so, okay, fine. For those of you wondering, on the giveaway, for you Gundam and Riftbound and you Pokemon people and you One Piece people, what is it? You One Piece people, right? Where's the boxes? There you go. I'm putting one, you One Piece people, right? The new one. Okay. Those I just added to the giveaway. So for those of you guys who are like, so for those of you who want Riftbound and all of the starter decks, as a thank you to the entire community, for helping us, I know y'all gonna ask questions about our current situation. I'll get to that, but for the overall Twitch community, my YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, for those of you, I obviously took a hiatus when my daughter was born, and I was gone for several months, and I've been kind of easing back into streaming and content creation. So as a thank you for those of you who supported us beforehand and then afterwards, I decided to go ahead and add a bunch of stuff to the winter giveaway. So the drawing, the date and the time has been set. All the entries from the spring and summer are being rolled over, obviously, into winter. If you guys like to learn how to get entries, just go to our website. You guys will learn a full set. So the Riftbound collection, it will be given away for the winter giveaway. So free entries, so just being here on stream. So that's all 3 starter decks and 1 booster box. That's just going to be on there for 1 lucky winner to win. And then, yes, I decided to add Phantasmal Flames, Mega Evolutions, One Piece booster box, and our last remaining standing Gundam GDO2 box. This is being added as a thank you to all of you. Are we going to add more? Yes, I do plan on adding more because I'm going to start with this weekend being our subathon, because since I'm no longer doing Pokemon shows, I've canceled pretty much all the shows coming up. I have literally, if you go to my collector page right now on the website, I have 1 card. I have 2 cards. So I'm going to talk about that in a second here, but I decided to, let's go with the first, all the followers. Let's go, guys. I'm not getting all those sound alerts though. I don't know what's going on there. Hold on a sec. Yeah, I wish I was getting the sound alerts. Hold on. Why am I not getting the sound alerts? Yeah. All right, well, we'll fix that later. Either way, though, guys, there's a lot for those of you coming. First off, thank you to everybody who messaged, commented. I know, but both the good and the bad. I got a lot of troll people, and ultimately, the way I look at it is they're either inexperienced in life, they live in La La Land, or they just chose not to watch the full video. So there's also that. So we can go over everything. If you guys are asked, if you guys want to know more about, what happened and, literally how we got screwed and how you can prevent that from happening, so if you didn't watch those 2 videos that I did post, I can go over it. But if you have, it's pretty self-explanatory. How do you like the new Gundam card set? I was only able to grab a few packs so far. I love it. I love all the new, I haven't been able to open up packs for myself. So I focused on selling our stock to our customers and our players at the store. Once again, folks, I do apologize if you are seeing all of the emojis pop up right now. These are because we have people following us right now. So that's freaking amazing, guys. I really appreciate it. Once again, you guys coming in as you are. Hold on. Everything's up, right? Yeah, everything's. Oh, the alert box. There we go. There we go. That's why. I was like, why am I getting all these? Oh, the alert box isn't open. So you guys will get the alert box too. So if you have changed plans to Central Florida, question, what do your locations do in revenue per year? That's for the investors and for partners. Let me see here. And then is there any Instagram questions? I know some people are tuned out. There we go. There's a new sub. Yo, thank you for the sub. By the way, guys, I guess I'll add too for the giveaway stuff. The additional items being added and stuff is going to be determined by our sub and sales goals. So I have obviously we're going to be adding stuff to the website, which I've already have. I added a bunch of TCG product to the website that we had left over or extras of from the current and upcoming releases. Oh my goodness, guys, thank you guys. And so based on how we do, we're going to do Ronin, the Lego. So the Lord of the Rings Lego set is the top prize for this year's, for the winter giveaway. I still have to order it, but I think I have enough Lego points that I can order that from their site. But that's going to be the top prize. Obviously, guys, we're going to be doing some major pushes the rest of the year to obviously move some product, and rebound as best as we can. We're gonna be sorry. I did not realize there's so okay, we're down to a few. Okay, there's a lot of people in here right now, so I'm just gonna try to do my best to update everyone. So first and foremost, again, if I don't get to your question, I'm gonna quickly just go over what happened. And how we are doing. So I know you guys have questions on that. So if I missed your questions, I do apologize. I'll get to it. Oh my gosh. I totally forgot. I forgot about YouTube. YouTube chat. I don't see you guys. Hold on. Let me bring you guys up. I'm a very amateur streamer. Hold on. There we go. There's YouTube chat. Okay. Sorry, guys. All right, we have IG. Oh, Shadow Ninja. Shadow Ninja's in the YouTube chat. Okay. So for those of you wondering, we are currently live on Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. So this is my first time doing all 4. So I do apologize if it kind of goes back and forth, but bear with me here, guys. If I look up, how unprofessional. If I look up, guys, that's the Instagram chat. So if I'm looking up, for some reason, it's tied to the website. It won't let me pop out the chat log, but the rest of the 3 are down below. So here's that. But really quick, for those of you that maybe don't understand what happened, you guys can't comprehend how someone could hack into someone's account. You can't comprehend, you just, for some reason, you can't comprehend anything. Simply put, my wife got phished. So if you ever been in a corporate environment and you went through anti-phishing training, phishing, you know, is a type of scam that happens via like a fake email, text message, phone call, or link to essentially phish for your information to either log in, to get access to your accounts and so forth. And that is what happened. That is what happened, unfortunately. And for those of you who are like, you know, who watched my video and then you guys were like, you guys are bots up top. Yeah, for those of you who watched the, you know, for those of you who watched the video and were like, oh, this is obviously a lie. You live in La La Land, because this happens. This happens on, like, if you haven't watched those Indian call center videos where the guys are reverse scamming them, is because they literally take billions of dollars from the American people every year, because, you know, people are susceptible to these calls, to these phishing attempts. And so again, it's not just text and phone calls, it's letters, it's mail, email, and what I discovered, you know, because of what happened to my wife, Facebook Marketplace. And again, for those of you who are like, I would never be on hold for 6 hours, that means you guys never call customer support. I've been on hold for several hours before in the past for like AT&T, Best Buy, and other places. At the end of the day, you're just trying to get something done and taken care of. For my wife, while she's on hold, she's taking care of my kids throughout the entire day. So 2 boys and a baby girl. So she's while she's on hold, she's doing other things, and she's just trying to make things right. Okay. And ultimately, yes, she fell for it. And the thing is, I was 3 hours, you know, I'm 3 hours behind her. So by the time all the information got to me, it was already too late. You know, they got in. Again, for those of you that can't comprehend, how can this happen? It's literally called scamming someone. It's phishing. Like, go look it up. What astonishes me today is, if you guys saw the second video that I put up, so we got screwed because the banks will not even research it or investigate it even further. Essentially, and the thing is, a lot of my bank that I go with, Wells Fargo, and then the other bank that I use, which I will not disclose due to some other reasons, but multiple employees have actually reached out and they're like, hey, they can actually look after it, but they won't, because they've lost, the banks have also lost billions to this. So for them, it's actually cheaper just to ignore it. And pretty much the people who get, you know, for low clients like us, we can't afford the legal costs. So they know that we won't even take them to small claims courts. So they just, right? But essentially to go around for us. So I know there's a bunch of you that believe, oh, they're FDIC insured, you should be able to be covered. This doesn't cover that. It's just this, and again, it astonishes me that we are still dealing with this, because if you think about it, oh, someone stole your debit card and went to go purchase something. They did, right? Maybe they purchased a TV or whatever. You can report that, and they're like, oh yes, you clearly don't have the card. We'll go ahead and reverse that, right? But if they get into your account, right, and they initiate a Zelle transfer to God knows how many people, in the bank's eyes, there is no possible way for someone to get your information, log into your account, and send all this money out. There's no way in hell that would happen in this day. Like, literally, we were literally calling the loss prevention officer, and both times Both times. Where first time my wife called them, spoke with them, she was absolutely rude to my wife because she essentially accused her of lying. She essentially vilified the victims, right? And they were the ones like, "Oh, there's no possible way. How could they get your information? How would they get your information? That doesn't happen. That can't happen." And the thing is, it's so hypocritical for the loss prevention officer to say that, because in every corporate environment, I used to work for the Vanguard Group, right? The investment group, right? Literally day 101, anti-phishing. There is literally active phishing tests that the company does. Make sure you don't click on a suspicious email, whether you passed or failed. They keep track of that stuff. So it's literally hypocritical for her to be like, there's no way in hell that someone can get your information, right? And it just sucks. And pretty much she was just like, because they came out of your account, that is not covered. It actually falls under Venmo. Sorry, not Venmo. It falls under Zelle, which now if you guys actively look, there's actually a situation going on with Zelle right now where they don't keep track of the transfers and so forth. And they're like, well, we're not liable. And the banks are like, well, Zelle is a third-party company, so we're not liable for anything happens. No one's taking responsibility. No one's taking responsibility. And so it's just it has been a nightmare. And it's sad to say that, like, when I went in there, even the local branch manager was like, you're not the only person. We've lost hundreds of customers because this has happened to everyone in our area. And it's just, unfortunately, there's nothing we can do. We actually owe Wells Fargo and the other bank money because, so again, through the entire ordeal that my wife went through, they were like, well, because it's transferring from a business Venmo account into your account, actually $500 needs to be transferred in, and then you need to then transfer back $500. And in order to compensate for the mix around, Venmo, we're going to send you a check to deposit into your account. So again, she's going through absolute hell that morning, just trying to figure things out. So she does it, gets a check and deposits it. And obviously that was a fraudulent check. And so ultimately their loss prevention group was like, well, because of that check that you deposited, you signed for, it's not our fault. And you owe us money. We're going to close your account. SOL, you're shit out of luck. And it's unfortunate. Like that is what happened. Again, whether you believe us or not, that doesn't, I'm going to put it this way. Whether you believe me or not, that doesn't mean that this shit doesn't happen. So whether you're watching this video, this live stream or not, or you watched my previous videos about what happened or not, take this lesson to heart. This could happen to anybody. So, make sure that not only do you protect yourself, but you make sure your loved ones aren't, like, call your parents, like, hey, mom, dad, remember, whatever text message you get, don't click on it. Even if it says, it's from the local transportation authority, it's from your local state government, the federal government, whatever, they're not gonna send you a text message, right? Call them directly. You're gonna receive an official letter from them. And even then, do your research. Because even in business, for those of you who own a business and have dealt with trademarks, I have gotten fake trademark infringement and registration mails before, where they're like, hey, if you want to maintain your trademark logo and not lose it, you have to pay a fee to our global group to maintain it for $2,000. You look it up, fake, absolutely fake, right? And if you're just starting your business and you don't know any better, like for me, I can only imagine how many people have fallen for this. Yes, you have to do your due diligence, just flat out. Okay. And then for those of you who are like, oh, his wife definitely stole money, get the fuck out of here. Like, I love the gremlins that, by the way, chat, what was that term that someone called me this? And I was like, wait, what does that even mean? Where you're like the bane of existence to a community. Like you're like the ultimate low life that has no love life, no relationships. Like there was a term for that. But either way, those people have been coming out in troves and just been like I forget what it is, but it's just like they have no, not troll, incels, that's it. Yeah, someone called me like the king of the incels. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Like I didn't even know what that meant. So I was like, okay, but now that I know, all of these incels have been coming out and being like, your wife robbed you. You're fucking scamming the community. You're lying. This would never happen. And then for those of you just joining me, right? This live, apparently on TikTok especially, is going a little, there's a good amount of you in here. Just because the only videos you see from me are us going through something, right? Losing money, business didn't work out, we're going through a major struggle, right? I make maybe those videos a handful of times throughout the entire year. Unfortunately, the internet, let's be honest, y'all love drama. Y'all love to see other people suffer, right? It's either going to be overly positive or overly suffering. You like drama. So those videos get pushed to you. So I'm sorry that those are the only videos that you get. Amazing American accent right here. We got the racist ones coming out now. Second generation, motherfucker. Now, either way, you guys only get those videos. So so all those people only get to see, well, all I ever see of this guy is him going through some bullshit and struggle. Looks like he's just trying to scam people, right? While you ignore literally every single, the hundreds and thousands of other videos that I make about the positive stuff, fun content, community oriented stuff, right? Ignore all of that. You're just a scammer. You're just what's it called? What's the other one that I got reported for? Wow, why am I forgetting the word? It's the where you take investor money to pay other investors. Oh my god, I know the term. Well, it's late. I'm tired. But it's essentially that's a scam. And grifting, yes. Well, no, not grifting. That's not the word. Ponzi scheme. There you go. Ponzi scheme. People have literally accused me of that. I'm like, I literally have receipts for everything where everything went to. We have been audited. We are literally audited every year. And because of my initial Reg CF round fund, I have to report everything to the SEC. So it's all, it's like, and so like literally it was just like, I get called everything in the world. All right. But doesn't mean it doesn't happen. Like, and again, to those people who are like, something bad always happens. Like if you didn't, obviously those people don't actually watch the full videos because they don't want to listen. You know, they want to move on. They want to troll and move on. It's small business. If you believe that business is just hunky dory, rainbows and butterflies, no problems ever happen, you live in La La Land. You really do. You live in this world of Logan Pauls where they can do no wrong, but they have failing. Prime just epically failed. But no, he can't do no wrong. He runs the most profitable, most epic businesses, right? Everyone forget about his freaking what's that? It was not the, oh my god, I haven't used so long, so I forget the word, where it was like it was like digital art, right? You can buy digital art and digital assets. That's like it was the thing adjacent to crypto. Where the fuck that was? Yeah, NFTs, right? Everyone forget about all those scams. Like, you know, yes, right. Thank you for reminding me. All NFTs, yeah. Like, they can do no wrong, but for me trying to, you know, I'm faced with the circumstance, and I do my best to get past it. But I'm the grifter. I'm the Ponzi schemer. I'm the scammer here, not those guys, right? But sorry, that's a little venting right there. So for those of you who are wondering like how I'm doing, like I'm doing the best I can. I know in the videos, like, you know, I'm doing my best to keep a smile, and not be pissed, not be pissed about it and not react. But obviously, you know, I'm not perfect either. You know, I'm not perfect. You know, it's, you know, I'm human as well too. but we're gonna move. Like, I have to move forward. Unfortunately, like I said in my second video, like I have to keep smiling. I have to just do my best to keep positive. Right now, I still don't know what I'm gonna do. That money's not coming back, so you can't forgive me. No, I was guys, I'm not gonna go over how much was taken. I don't need that. I don't need that being held over me. That's gonna be for my investors to know. But it's just, you know, it was a significant amount. No, I'm not doing GoFundMe, Zeke. Again, like if I did a GoFundMe or, you know, whatever, right? That's just giving ammo. Like, I didn't put it in the video, but I'll let you guys know live. I have enough people who want to take my life, who have literally called DHS on me twice now. I've been pulled over by them twice for reports. All right. I have enough people who literally want to actively harm my family, right? Last thing I need to do is put up a GoFundMe and legitimize their suspicions of me scamming people, right? And it's not just that. So I need people to understand, like, I didn't get to put all that in the video, but it's not just that, right? Like, well, so you're just scared to put it up? Oh, that's just legitimizing it even further. No, because on the second hand too, I am actively actually trying to sell the store, not get out of the business, selling Gamers Heaven, the home store, as a franchise, and then so that I can then focus on the whole company instead. I'm trying to grow a company, and I need to stop diverting my energy and running a day-to-day business and start going more on the branding side, more on the high, you know, elevating the business, e-commerce and digital, like, and furthering growing our relationships now that we do have 2 stores. So I'm currently selling the home store to be another franchise. So now a new ownership can take over the home store so I can focus on the company. And this is right here, one of the most ultimate tests and proof of concepts to a new purchaser of the business, because, all right, you just lost almost 6 figures. Is the business strong enough to bounce back from that without outside help? And this is doing a little bit of, like, you know, making myself believe, and I have to push through. If we are able to get out of this situation within our own strength, yeah, Zeke, this is an immense stress test. Thank you for the new follow. Let's go. This is in a new stress test, because if we can get out of this, we can get out of fucking anything. I've survived COVID. I've survived the franchise failing, all that. Like, this is like the most recent stress test in a slew of stress tests I went through the last 11 years. This has been 11 years of proof of concept and building this out. And ultimately, how strong of a business did I make? I may not have the inventory. I may not have a lot of things right now, but just the name in itself, our creativity, and what we're willing to do, what does that look like? And so that's when I'm going to bittersweet having you sign my card this past weekend. Oh, Brewbox, I appreciate it, man. It's first off, welcome to the Twitch stream. I definitely remember you. I appreciate it, guys. It was definitely hard to keep it together during the card show this past weekend, because I took a major hit on liquidating my cards. Just so you guys know, after everything was said and done, I maybe almost lost $20,000 in value. So what I sold for, and you know what I got, but what the you know market value of everything I had was, I lost about 20,000. And keep in mind, that's not like, oh, that's not just hypothetical loss. No, I actually I literally picked up new inventory recently, because, you know, we almost sold out at Chicago. So I bought 3 large collections to then begin rotating to get ready for LA Collecticon. That's what I was doing. Like, you know, you sell inventory, you have to restock. That's the nature of business. In Pokemon, for the single side of things, if you offload an inventory, well, you got to repurchase you have to recoup that, or otherwise you don't have inventory to rotate. So that's kind of what it was. So Kogetaka, how is what different from gambling? Are you talking about Pokemon singles or Pokemon packs? That's completely different than what I'm talking about here, buddy. Sorry, you're like the very last comment that just popped up that I just saw here. I just went Elliot XD. If you just got here and you're wondering, I actually have 2 videos. Sorry, in the last 3 videos I uploaded, the very last one and then 2 videos ago, the initial reaction to the situation, an update for all of you. I just went over it completely, so having to repeat myself, it's a bit. Oh, sorry, my wife just messaged. Okay, there's dinner for me at home. So I kept all my B drills. So for those of you guys were worried, I did. I like the cards that were gifted to me, right? So all my B drill collection, right? Everyone that gifted me B drills, I'm still holding on to that. I didn't liquidate that. I didn't sell that. The only thing so on my collector page, there's one B drill card. I'm not going to sell that, but one of the things I'll get to that in a sec. Well, here, I'll just say it now. One of the things, for right now, it's been 2 days of brainstorming because, like, especially after today, after we got screwed by the bank, like, what are we going to do? Right. So one of the ideas that, we came up with, I was like, well, at least in content creation, I have one promo Pikachu card that's like $15, the ETB one, right? That was given to me by Dennis over at our Bay Area store, which was the store I was visiting this past weekend. Our new location out in Santa Clara, California. He was like, I have this, take it and start over as, whatever you need to do. So the thing I'm looking at right now is essentially one of, will I try to rebuild the store's Pokemon collection again? And yeah, like, I can't just give up on it, but I have to start over again. I don't have any money right now to purchase anything. So I'm going to start with it. It's literally going to be, I don't want to call it a trade up challenge, but because it's going to be people trading in at a percentage and then me continuing that trend, right? Percentage trade, percent. Like, I got to restart from the ground up again. And the thing is, I started 9 months ago with just a handful of cards, right? And so it's not like I can't do it, but it's just kind of like, oh, thank you for the Prime sub. Let's go. But I do have to start over. It's, I can't not start over. We still have a lot of Pokemon players and community members that come to our trade nights and our stores. So if anything, I might just make a new series where week by week, where's our collection right now? I did cancel all my shows though. I already reached out to all of the show organizers that I registered with and everything. And I've begun canceling events because I have nothing to take right now. And until I rebuild some sort of, basic stock, I'm not going to go out there. So I'm going to focus on, and at least for the next, yes, trade night is still on for Thursday. I will have my one card. I will have my one card at trade night and see what happens from there. I might have like $20 to like combine it with that to get something else. So there's that. Now I have one advantage as a store owner. I have one very small advantage compared to all of you out there. I have product that I could trade for. So, people can trade in at a percentage and trade for product. So, like, there's people who want to get out of Pokemon and maybe get into Riftbound. Okay, so trade for the Riftbound. And I do it at MSRP, guys. So like, it's nothing crazy like that. But like, I can't do that with everything. Like, we have to sell products, to pay our bills and pay our distribution bills. I don't get this stuff for free. So that's going to be, this is another situation that I have to deal with. But yeah. There's a lot. I'm dealing with a lot right now. If you can't tell, me going through a whirlwind of emotions right now, it's been tough. The thing is, my wife is watching right now on the stream, and I do have friends and family who watch too. And so I got to stay strong. Like one thing that I've learned in the last 10, 11 years, and this is for not just the men in the stream, but women, non-binary, whoever you are, whether you are, if you're in a leadership position, if you're running your own company, you must do your best to keep your emotions private. And what I mean by that is, and the thing is, I've been guilty of this, and I've seen what happens when you let your emotions get the best of you in a public setting like a stream, right? Right now, I want to scream, shout, cry, and just let it all out, but I can't not do it in front of you guys. I can't do it in front of my kids. I can't do it in front of my team. I can't do it in front of my family, because then that's the energy that they're going to portray and receive as well, right? I need everyone to focus on moving forward. When I'm by myself, whether it's in my car, in my own time, that is for me to do in my own time. And that's for all of you to do on your own time as well too. There's a time and place, right? This is a different type of emotions and stuff. Like if you lost a family member or a friend, like that is rightfully time to grieve in front of someone. There's no like overly being positive about that, or when you're happy about something good happened, right? That's when too. But this is the one time where I'm like, I just got to lock in and not do it. And it's tough. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, it's in the upper 5 figures. So for those of you like, oh, how much did you lose? Upper 5 figures. Not quite 6 figures like I thought, but doesn't make me feel any better. Right? It's like if you lost, like if someone you lost $100, right? You're like, God, I just lost $100. But your friend's like, hey, I actually found $10. You're like, great. You're like, so I lost $90. You still lost a lot of money. I know on the other side of you, well, at least you gained that back. So it's like, yeah, it's just, it's a lot to process right now. And for those of you, again, for those of you popping in, you have zero context on what happening, how'd you get scanned, blah, blah, blah. Again, it can't just, it's Mango. I'm by myself. I don't have any mods in here right now. I just got back into streaming. I don't have that set up. So what you can do, you can just go to my Instagram, go to my TikTok. I uploaded the videos there. They're the last 3 videos. Technically the 2 of the 3. The middle one was a repost of me trying to make a positive video, but it was a repost of an old video, but there's 2 videos out there that you guys can watch. The initial reaction and afterwards. We are human, so emotions come natural, but it's the right time. And it's bad time to show. Like right now, like, trust me, guys, like I could, I even today, like I went in almost shouting. And the thing is like, if you've ever worked in customer service, whether it's phones or retail or something, you're a hypocrite if you lash out at another service worker, another frontline worker. I'm gonna tell you right now, they're not the right people for you to be lashing out at. But if you do, if you choose to, preface before you do so. What I mean by that is, listen, I've been on their end before. I have been cursed out. I have been everything you can think of, working in investment banking and retail in the restaurant. You were in those very trenches. Don't act like you didn't. And don't act like what, and the wrong mentality is, well, because I went through it, everybody needs to go through it. You are a horrible person in the community. Because you went through it, you should understand that they are not the villains. They are not. Now, if this person's the one that wronged you, have at it, right? But when my wife came out of the bank and was like, we're fucked. They're not gonna give anything back. We're the one blaming us. I went from 0 to 100 very fast. I went in there, and the three of them, the branch managers, were all meeting with one another, talking about the very situation. They saw me. They saw it in my eyes. Thank you, new follower. They saw it in my eyes, and I went in. I'm like, I started yelling, but before I did, I was like, I want all three of you to know that I know it's not your fault. You guys are not the CEOs of the companies. You are not the ones making policy. You're not the ones giving the directives. You are at the bank. You're the frontline workers of this company. And I completely understand that you did not do this, but I hope you understand when I say this isn't fucking right. Right? We've been with you guys for 25 years. Clearly, you saw the messages. You heard it. This is an Indian phishing scam that she fell for. You know it. I know it. Why don't they know it? Why isn't there any policies to protect their clients? And I went through it all, right? But again, each time I'm like, once again, guys, I'm mad at the situation, not you. And they were like, thank you for not like cursing us out. Like we're the ones that murdered and robbed you. Like I get it, right? And ultimately yelling at them is not going to solve the situation. Ultimately, I'm just like, is there no other way? Like, please help me understand this, right? And again, like that's when I was given the rundown of like, even the branch manager was shocked at how the loss prevention officer spoke to my wife, right? Again, you work in loss prevention for a multi-billion-dollar company and you've never heard of the word phishing? Because again, this woman could not comprehend how someone could just log into my wife's account and then just have their way with it. She couldn't comprehend it. There's no possible way that anyone could get your information and log into your account and impersonate you. There's no way. And again, for those of you who are like, what the fuck? Yeah. But that was her position. And so like, no, phishing isn't new. Like if you've ever worked for a major company, that's like mandatory training that you go through. You go through phishing exercises. Like the IT department will send out a test phishing email to see whether you clicked it. And if you're one of the people clicking on it, you got a nice little screen saying, oh, you failed our phishing test. I'm like, damn, right? I failed the test a couple times myself when I used to work at Vanguard. I passed many times. It's because when you're in work mode, you just click, all right? We drill that stuff into people. And Artemis, you get it. So again, for those of you who know, you know. And again, for those of you who are like, what's phishing? That doesn't happen. I wish I could live in your world where you believe everything is just, you know, like La La Land. Like the world is scary. This happens. No, and the thing is, what sucks is Nova, and for those of you who are like, you should report her, you should escalate it. Unfortunately, she is the manager for the very team that gets escalated to. She is the team that ultimately is the judge, jury, and executioner of the financial world. Is it wrong? Yeah. Is there technically laws to protect us? Yeah. But who the hell is even... Which corporation and which politicians are really following the laws anymore, right? Let's be frank. It's not political. Let's just be honest here. Who the hell's who of them are actually following it, and who's going to judge them, right? We're the ones out there for the pickings. All right. This is non-political. That's just the facts of the matter. We get judged differently than people like that. All right. So at this point, once again, like what am I supposed to do going forward? Like, again, like if you didn't watch my videos, I could just wallow in despair, bitch, rant, and complain and just blame all of them, which again, rightfully so, which technically I'm doing right now, but we're straight. We're just letting people know. Right. But like even today, right? Like majority of the day today was, after that happened, was formulating a plan, coming back to the store. What do we have available? Because the product we get, guys, I'm not an e-commerce business, right? Like the thing is, I can't get the allocations to sell both in store and online. Contrary to belief, we actually have a player base in the store. So I don't have like excess product to give everyone, right? Or to sell to everyone online. We do sell at MSRP here, but I don't have that available. Like I get sold out in 2 seconds. Now, I've made some deals. So again, so if I transition really quickly, if you go to our website, I have been hesitant to execute this for a very long time, but on Sunday, while I bought I couldn't sleep on the air. I had a red-eye flight and I couldn't sleep. So when I got to Dallas, so I went from San Francisco to Dallas, had a 3-hour layover, then from Dallas to back to Philadelphia. During my layover in Dallas, I made a decision. I'm like, people have been asking me to do this for a long time because I have a lot of customers here and I have a lot of vendors who play in our store. Yes, who buy our product. They open it though. I forced them to open it though. So they don't, I know they're resellers, but they don't resell my shit. Okay. But they get their stuff from everywhere else. But I've had people ask me, it's like, hey, would you be open to letting me sell something on your website? Because they see me sell stuff for my friends before, right? And I only take a 5% commission. And they were just like, would you open it up to all of us? And I was hesitant because I know how that would be perceived. Because when you go right now to like on Target and Walmart and even Best Buy sometimes, they sell product not directly from Walmart, but a third-party company selling through Walmart, right? They use Walmart's infrastructure to then sell their product, just like how Amazon has private sellers and so forth, right? So it's similar to that. And so many people have asked me, hey, would you consider doing this? And ultimately I kept saying no for this almost 9-10 months because you know, I was like, the perception of that is going to look like I'm the one selling it, right? Because technically I am. It's on our website. As soon as people come in, they're going to be like, oh, he's just scalping prices. And I've made it a point that we would only sell MSRP to our customers, in store. But either way, you know, I was like, there's got to be a way for me to, and I've been working on this for the last month or two, actually, because more and more people have been coming up. And the way I'm looking at it is, while there are people who will be, disgruntled by, me posting those items, but then there is a customer base out there that still wants to buy from us and they don't care. Like they'll pay market price. Like at the end of the day, if someone is forced to pay market price because they really want a product, they're going to want to, if they had a choice, they would choose someone they want to support. And I had enough of you reach out to me being like, get your head out of your ass and do this already. And so I implemented RCP, which was my way of implementing resale commission product. So if you go to our website right now, I have previous listings for our Mega Evolutions line that we only had like 1 or 2 available of, but we pre-sold at MSRP. So you're going to see both. There's some One Piece product we sold out. Like we pre-sold in store. So we have a separate register system. We pre-sold the majority of our One Piece stuff to our players in store. And we had to set aside prize support and a pre-release event pack. So we're out. Like we're out. But I have several vendors who have contacts and like, hey, I have a case. Can I sell it through you rather than going through TCG Player? Because I don't want to get hit with that 15%. I'm like, I'll put it on, but no guarantees that it will sell. And they understood that. And they're making sure, they're covering shipping, they're covering all of that so that, we get our, I'll get $5 per box essentially after it's all said and done. But it's $5 that I didn't have before, right? At this point, like, I can't be picky. But at the same time, like, I still want it to be in our vision because ultimately, like, later down the line, I did want to make a secondary marketplace, right? Like ultimately when you come to our website and you buy from a third-party vendor, it's someone that we vetted, right? So you're like, well, if I'm going to buy this at market price, who am I buying from? Am I buying from some scumbag that doesn't that literally rips off, that literally pushes kids out of the way to get boxes at Walmart? Or is this guy who legitimately sources his stuff? He has to buy it at the secondary market in order to go ahead on and and sell it. Who are these people? Are these just a bunch of rip and shipper like a-holes, or are these like good people in the community? And so that we want to become that trusted place, and we have to build that respect and relationship. And so through the streams, through the content, showcasing the very vendors that we are supporting, you guys get to see that behind the scenes and get to know. Because when you go on TCG Player, they're just names. They're just names with percentages next to them. You don't know who they are. Is this the asshole that literally like stood in line and wouldn't even give a kid a pack? Or is this the guy stopping everyone? He literally only bought one box and make sure like there was one video I saw in the Target where the guy blocked. He was the first one, grabbed everything. I was like, okay, guys, one at a time, and started handing them out to ensure that everybody in line got something. Like, who do you know who you're supporting? Like, if you're gonna pay double the price anyway, I'm like at this point, like it is what it is, right? I personally would rather choose someone who's doing the right thing, right? If you're being forced to. Again, our stock, we sell at MSRP. Booster bundles, 25. Booster boxes, 120. I think it was actually 130. But either way, like we sell it at MSRP pricing because I get so little. Again, for those of you that can't comprehend it, I had Whatnot streamers come into my store and rip me a new one. They cursed me out because they couldn't comprehend why I wouldn't give them the boxes to split the profits with, right? Because I wanted to sell to my player base on MSRP. They couldn't comprehend that. Like, if you're only getting 19 booster boxes, why not give it to me so you can double your profits? Because I want to take care of our players. You know, Pokemon's not our main profit stream. Do you understand this? Like, no, doesn't make sense. Like, do you not see our kitchen? Do you not see everything else? Like, no, they have literally blinders on. Like, there's people who cannot comprehend this. But, and so, yeah, like I get it. And so if you see on the site, yes, there's going to be some stuff at market price, but those are items being sold by customers in the store. And yes, I will begin, like, once I get the infrastructure better laid out on the website, like, what sucks is, folks, the money that was stolen, scammed, whatever you want to call it, is taken from us. I was prepared to hire, I was actually saving up to not only give my staff bonuses. So they took my staff bonus money away. They took the insurance money away. They took my kids' Disney. Like right now, Disney, I don't know. We might have to cancel Disney because I don't know how that's going to happen. But we were supposed to go to Disney World in 2 weeks. They took that money. They took a part of our renovation money. So we were going to begin replacing fixing some of the damaged stuff like the floor, the ceiling, the walls. Like we were going to start doing like a lot of TLC work and replacing things. And another part of that budget that was taken was also being prepared to hire on an editor for my content and a web admin. Someone to take care of the website and add things and help me build it out and flesh it out better. Because I want, when you come in and you purchase, so just like when you go on Amazon, right? You can click on a product and be like, okay, prices starting at, right? So you have like the one by the main company, but then you can click on other options, right? So the other sellers. That's the way I would like it to have. So when you come in, you click on the Pokemon Mega Evolutions ETB box, right? You see our pricing, but then if we're sold out, you can click on some of the other vendors under our tab and buy from them. I don't have the means or technical knowledge to build that out or the time. So until then, the RCP is kind of the way to go for right now. So I know someone else told me to just go through Amazon itself, but then like, you know, I want to kind of build a proprietary network to service the overall community, because overall, like if I can build the right hub and website, then you can have artists and other vendors come to this central location and we're only taking 5% compared to these other companies. This is going to be a very, very long, this is going to take me a while to build out. A lot of trial and error. That's, oh my God, Angora with the 5 gift subs. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Let's go, Angora. No, I appreciate it. Let's go. Small sub goal. So we're going to get that going. By the way, guys, I've decided, since I'm home for the weekend, I'm no longer doing the 2-day show in Maryland. I think I'm going to try and do a subathon this weekend. I was all like, my wife and kids were already prepared. Pancake Charge with the 5 gift subs. Let's go. Thank you so much, guys. We're rebuilding the subs. Yo, at the height, chat a little. I'm gonna do a little like, brushing up. Oh shoot. All right, hold on. This is gonna be I think it's gonna keep on adding. No, let's go. On the side thing, guys, I'm gonna be doing this little side thing at the height of our Twitch channel, right? At the beginning of this year, before my daughter was born and I went on my like 5-month hiatus, we were almost at like 1,500 subs for the channel. Like, so like my goal is to rebuild up to that. Because with that, I've been already, so again, amongst the other things that we were planning, to try to get through this, I'm now upping my execution of all the content plans that I had, including the midday shows. So since my afternoons are opened up and I no longer have to be pricing and processing a bunch of cards anymore, do a midday show. So where it's like, I want not a podcast, but like a radio style show where me and another mutual of mine in LA will get together and we'll do a talk show and talk about the industry and the business. We both have, we both have our industry support, but we also have connections across the industry. We know our respective CEOs and industry leaders. We know our respective voice actors and so forth, right? And we have a lot of experience in the ins and outs of what's been going on. And so being able to react to certain, anime and gaming news, talk about our experiences, talk about some of the behind the scenes of conventions and business that you guys may not have seen, and just begin that kind of conversation. And then have you guys be able to like a radio show, be able to call in and ask questions. We bring on guests, right? And we do that maybe once a week just to kind of test it out. And like a podcast would, right? And release, clips from that. But if it kind of continues, we can make that almost a daily show. And it doesn't have to be us all the time either. One of the things that if you guys came in earlier and you guys heard me talk about me wanting to sell the home store, the funds from that will allow me to hire a team to start. I actually have some talent in mind that I would want to bring on as co-hosts and to host their own streams as well, so that I can literally turn Gamers Heaven TV into Gamers Heaven TV, which is our Twitch channel, right? And so turning that, being able to have a rotational group of people that, could be on here and stuff and so forth, right? And so that's one of the things we want to do here. Benjamin, aren't you over? I think that's my DM in the DM room right behind me. No, I'm currently streaming on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram right now. We still have 12 people holding strong on Instagram. Let's go. TikTok folks, no offense, but Instagram's been doing a better job of pushing videos out consistently. It's kind of scary where it's like, and again, the algorithm doesn't care about followers anymore. That literally doesn't mean it doesn't mean anything in these days. But it's just kind of weird to see all right, so the channel with 1.2 million got 1,000 views, but the channel with 140,000 got 500,000 views. Help me make that make sense. But it's a different, what I'm finding is too, TikTok and Instagram, while they have very similar groups of viewers, they actually have so it's like a Venn diagram. There's 2 different groups of viewers and stuff. Yeah, Strange Cosplay. If you didn't get to see my videos that I just posted, yeah, unfortunately my wife was pretty much she was fished. She fell for a phishing scam, and everything was taken. And for those of you again wondering about the price, I'm not going to talk about it here. That's for my investors and my partners to know. But it was in the upper 5 figures. Yeah. Moving on. No worries there. You have great ins. Oh, is it Lol Jessic? Lawless. Oh my God, Lawless JC. if you've joined for the first time, just know this. I'm historically bad with reading people's usernames. Like I'll read it I'll read it for verbatim, like just phonetically. I'll just read it, but not see the difference in the two. So like, oh my gosh, I'm terrible. Angora, you know this. Sarah, you know this. I butchered so many of your guys' names in the past. I'm sorry. You know, use capital letters. Like the worst people are the people with the on TikTok that come in with user number, meaning they didn't take the time to make a username, but they're taking time to comment, but they won't take the time to make a username. No, the thing is, okay, Lady Anoha, like the screen is so, Ben, I swear to God, you always scare the shit out of, sorry, it's my one employee right now. About to head out?
Yeah, I'm about
All right, leave the door open then. Is everyone out?
Yeah, everyone's out.
It's getting hot in here, so.
Yeah,
I'm giving away a whole set of Riftbound.
damn, dude.
One person's gonna win it all on the giveaway. He can win. He's not disqualified from this, by the way.
Me?
Yes, that's not. But you.
I need to double check, make sure we have enough sets left for release events.
No, Darius already counted. That's for release.
No, but because he told me.
And he added an extra case just in case.
Okay, cool. Because I was gonna say, because when I was checking the thing earlier, because he told me he set aside enough for 24, and I was like, did we set it for 24? I checked the event and it's at 32, so I was like, ugh.
Yeah, he put an extra case.
Okay, cool.
So
That's all that matters.
So that's why we have no more product available. So between the event and the pre-orders, we're sold out. But this again, for those of you wondering about for those of you that are wondering about the giveaways, the information's been updated on our website, so I do urge you to go there and look. Aaron, because the video that I recorded was very angry, so I actually need to re-record it. Because Aaron, I need you to understand, any of my current investors, especially the ones that sent me death threats. You invested $100. It's not worth threatening someone's life over $100, especially when that someone knows where you live. This shit happened, by the way.
Because of the shit.
Because they think I'm scamming them. Or there's another part too to this. I understand the reason why I haven't pressed charges is because I understand where you are coming from. Ultimately, folks, I get it. When you put your money somewhere, right? You have invested, you bought crypto or stocks or whatever, and you are going through hardship, which everybody is going through right now. I know the first thing you want to do is try to get your money back from wherever. I understand that. But when you invested into our company or to any business in a startup form, it's literally line number one. You understand that you are risking, this is a 100% risky investment. You are pretty much foregoing this money. That money will literally live and die with the business, whether it succeeds or fails, right? Everyone reads that and signs that. That's the contract behind it. But I get it. Like, I understand. Like, when you're going through hardships, everyone reacts differently. And so in that video, I addressed those very people, but I need to re-record it because I got a little too... because I rewatched the videos before I upload it. And because I recorded this before I left for California. And clearly, I got to add some more information to it now because of recent events. So, but ultimately, like, I'm working on it. Like, I'm asking for patience. My team has been whittled down to just a handful of us. We lost a few more people over the summer. Dennis is busy with the store. Like, I've been working on trying to get things updated, but I'm literally I'm being pulled 50 million different ways right now. Especially now, I'm kind of royally fucked right now. Like, it's, but I'm working on it. like give me some time. Again, like, I tell people, like, for people who want to, like, call me out and whatever you want to call me, I could have just given up 2.5 years ago. Ben knows because it was at the height of it. And then everything would be worthless. and some asshole came on here, well, not giving up is not strength, right? Clearly, you've never worked for anything in your life, or you've never sacrificed for anything in your life. So, like, yeah, Ben's still there. Oh, yes, you can love him, Tomodachi. Ben, are you hungry? Tomodachi always wants to feed me, but I gotta be on a diet. Yeah, he's about to go.
Yeah,
He's about to go.
I'm about to go home
He's
and have
about to
something,
go. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna.
I gave you your.
I did get the envelope.
Okay, cool. I paid all my.
You gave it to me physically.
I paid all my staff via the Pokemon liquidation because it's the only way I could. You know they could hear you still, right? He's trying to get a box. He's gonna have to pay for it. He gets one. He gets one. Everybody gets one. I don't get one because I never get to enjoy any of our games because I gotta sell everything.
I'll just open it on stream with you Thursday.
There we go. We can open it together. But if we pull Ash, I want Ash. Is she in this set?
I don't remember.
Your job is to know this.
My job is just.
You're literally the lead guy in our store.
Oh, ask Livy. She knows too.
All right, go. Oh my gosh. No, but it's literally guys, it's sad. It's sad how everyone reacts. But I get it. Like again, I'm not sitting here not even because I did bring it up to a detective and he helped me. Like I gave him the nuance as well, and he's like, most likely these guys are going through a hard time right now. And I'm like, and that's why I brought it up to you. He's like, give them a warning. Just being like, hey, like you know, when you invested, you gave your personal information. So to threaten someone's life and their kids over $100, $500, and yes, even a few $1,000s, right? Like that's a significant investment, whether small or big. You knew the risk when you invested into someone, when you invest into a company. This wasn't stocks where you can just liquidate your position. This is a very different circumstance. That isn't helping, right? That isn't helping. Like I'm already like, even before this, for those of you who are like, oh, Gamers Heaven's only filled with drama. Yes, that's small business. All right. When I was dealing with this shit 2.5 years ago, when the franchise crumbled, right? And all the fingers were pointing at me and blaming, and rightfully so. I'm the one that made all the decisions, right? And so, but we got screwed. We got taken advantage of, right? And ultimately, all the money went away to other people, and we got saddled with all the debt. And ultimately we had to sacrifice everything so that other stores could open, and then for them to succeed and for us to get fucked over. Like that's ultimately what happened. We're the ones that got screwed out. And, for me, it's just like, and at that moment, it was just like, what do I do? Like I go back to it a lot and stuff. But you have to move on from it. And again, like at that point, like I could have just quit and, no more. I'm not taking on any more investors, even though I want to. Right now, I have to do a complete restructure. So part of the money that's coming from the sale of the store is doing a complete corporate restructure. So corporate governance will be placed. We're hiring lawyers and accountants to come in and completely convert us to a C corporation and rebrand us as well too. Because we're no longer franchising. Even though we would have 2 franchise stores, we would operate as Gamers Heaven Corporation rather than franchise. Yes, following the McDonald's Corp thing, right? And so, we need to get that to happen. Pancake Charms, I need to figure this out because ultimately right now, trying to schedule everyone isn't doable due to the micro investments. I needed to convert to a C corporation to get everyone in. Unfortunately, the cost of doing that C corporation is around $20,000 to $30,000. Another thing that I was saving up for, and that's been pushed back a little bit. And so, in order to get everyone reported properly, I need to get everyone their respective, even micro investments. They need to get their respective shares. So converting to a C corporation to create those shares voted upon everybody, and then divvy up those shares so that it's kosher, right? And so whoever the investor's relationship is, they can actually manage all those people. And then for the people who invested into Reg CF, we're prepared for them. So essentially, like, the Reg CF people, their stuff matures at a certain financial point. So once we get there, it can't just be, all right, we'll take care of it right then and there. We need to prepare for it ahead of time. Because am I confident that we will still reach that goal? Yes. We've just been set back and we have a lot of work to do in front of us, but doesn't mean I'm giving up on that. So move to the Midwest. I don't know, man. Brandon, if you've never if you don't know what a phishing scam is, I urge you to do it. For those of you who don't understand, like, how could someone steal that much? How could someone get it? How could you let it happen? Phishing scam. I was at a card show doing an event. My wife is just trying to take care of this person who was just trying to buy boots from her, like baby boots for my son, right? She's just trying to make it right. All while this guy got in. And yes, they had her on hold with Venmo customer service so that she would be distracted, not looking at the account while these guys zelled all our money away. How did they steal? Well, someone gets your information. They log into your bank account. How fast can you zell someone $500? Very fast. Because if you are in with the account holder's information, it's just click, click, click. Oh, don't fall for scams. Okay, whatever. Click, 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 click. 500, 500, 500, 500. And I'm 3 hours behind. So before I got it, I got caught up, it's already too late. Everything was gone. And so, yeah. No, the main Gamers Heaven is not closing. I'm in the middle of selling it. It's very different things. It will be sold as a franchise location though. So the new owner, it's sort of like if the McDonald's brothers did what Ray Kroc did, and instead of continuing to run their store, they sold it to a new franchisee and they focused on building the company, they wouldn't have to have worried about Ray Kroc, but that's not the way they did it. But essentially it's the same concept. I bring that as like a larger metaphor, but for me, it's, I've been doing this store for 10 years. We're in our 11th year of business. For me, like, my kids are getting older. I'm personally trying to grow this company. But if I'm constantly split between multiple different responsibilities, we're going nowhere. And I need to be all in on the corporate side. So not only the governance on the back end, e-commerce, but obviously the front facing. Like, I need to regrow this to where it should have been and then pass it off and delegate those tasks. I got to build a company. I got to focus on that and not be split with the store. Trust me, this wasn't an easy decision either, because, 10 years of my life is into this building. The relationships that I've formed, the customer base I have formed, like everything, like literally blood. I spilled my blood for this store. DIY'd everything, right? A lot of memories are in here, but it's time for me to take the next step. Otherwise, I'll be stuck. And I won't make it out to all you fine folk out there in digital land. Kev, I have a few interested parties. So I've begun the negotiation process. Still working on getting the numbers right for everyone, the presentation and so forth. There's obviously a lot of nuance to it. And I have a couple interested parties. Unfortunately, those individuals are in different states. So a lot, like the ones, I'll put it this way. If I was in Virginia, I would have sold it yesterday. New Jersey, sold it yesterday. In Pennsylvania, not enough people. Of the vendors and the people, like the people who own businesses and who are larger vendors looking to open up stores, there are, unfortunately, they're over there. So, you live in Virginia. Yeah, no, Brandon. Yeah. Mine was a little above that, but yeah, no, you can lose it in minutes. And it was just bad. Lito, what is up? Benjamin selling the store, not the company, the store. Different. It's like we would still manage the store, but I'd be 100% focused on everything else. Oh my God. No, BB. Sorry, it's like I just went over it a few times. If you haven't, actually, here, did you watch the videos I posted on Sunday and today? The initial reaction and then the update, so everyone knows. If you haven't, you're on TikTok, I urge you to go back onto my channel. It's out of the last 3 videos. It's the first one and the third one. The middle one's a repost from a few years ago, but it's the one of the initial reaction and the update for everyone. Ultimately, long story short, my wife got fished. She fell for a phishing scam. And we lost everything. So there you go. Actually, there you go. Anyone that comes in, what happened? My wife fell for a phishing scam and everything was taken. And we're not getting any of it back and we're fucked. So how can you be laughing about it? Because I have no other freaking choice but to smile, and I have to be like freaking All Might and just fight on through no matter how painful the pain. Watch the Beekeeper. Pancake Charms. I swear to God. I'm still a salmon fan. Salmon or salmon, however you pronounce it in whatever part of the world you're at. When it comes to sushi and sashimi, salmon. Salmon. Into what? When you have done everything to get the company to where it needs to be, I would love to open up a store. Saint, I appreciate that. Yeah, there's definitely a lot more support work to do. Like if I'm like, I definitely like one of the biggest things that was I learned from the first franchising go around was I was definitely horrendously ill prepared and outclassed in many ways. And so like I'll put it this way, like even the Mega Millions, right? Like say someone actually won tonight and we won, right? Like let's say, oh, I have $500 million to spend. Should I go open stores? No. I need to make sure that the foundations of the company and our core models and our home store and our new concept store in Santa Clara, those are not only perfected, but then I also have a team in place that I can trust to go open a new location, have an opening team like In-N-Out Burger has, right? I need to have a trusted team around me before we even begin to think about a third store. So those are gonna be one of the first moves. And ultimately too, though, I'm gonna take care of the people who have been with us and who are no longer with us as well too. Like at the end of the day, like whether past employees and past investors, whether they came in and they left on bad terms, ultimately, I wouldn't be in this position without them. And so, like, at the end of the day, I still want to make things right. So if I come across that kind of money, it's like, hey, here's what your original investment was. No matter how we left, like, here's, like, let me pay you back for trusting in me all those times, right? Here's a little extra on top. Like, we may no longer be friends. We may still be enemies, but we want to make things right. And so forth. Like, it's just, like, legally, I don't have to do shit, but it's the right thing to do. And ultimately, the people who are with me right now, like, goddamn, you better believe I'm going to spoil them. House, car, and that's it. You have to work for the rest. It's going to be, yeah. And ultimately, yeah, like for me, it's like, I love that. For me, I support that mentality. If you want to have one of the best executed and ran companies, I get the efficiency and low cost and stuff, but for the customer experience, if my even if my frontline workers, especially well paid, they don't have to worry about home, they don't have to worry about feeding themselves, they don't have to worry about their health because they're covered, right? All of their basic needs are taken care of, and they're also making money on top of that to save, to buy stuff for them, to go on vacations and stuff, right? They're happy. Then they will be the best version of themselves to take care of the very community that I want to take care of. If I'm the only one feeling that way, how am I supposed to believe that they're going to do the same thing? Lawless JC, I'm assuming you meant to say I can't wait to see this vision. I'm assuming that's what it meant to say. Yeah. Yeah, this is Joko. Yep, you got it. That's pretty much it. Angora, yeah, I need updates of all of y'all. By the way, for those of you wondering, I don't have some weird fetish. These are my friends. It'd be weird to have a no, I'm not thinking about this. Like Angora's literally my little sister. All right, I met her at TwitchCon last year, and I have no other. She gave me a box of stuff that y'all would love. Like, y'all would love it, right? Y'all would love the stuff that she sent me. But for me, it's like, I'm like, why? No, you're my little sister. Don't send me this kind of stuff. I don't need a body pillow of you. Like, why? Aren't you proud of me for me? No! I mean, yeah, you're doing what you need to do. You're merchandising, but I don't need it. Yeah. I even got a mouse pad. You sent me a goddamn mouse pad. Thank you. I love you. You couldn't have made it like your wings or your horns. No. You have to send me that mouse pad. Speaking of which, if you'd like to support my little sister, adopted, not biological, but yes. Ow, fuck. If you'd like to support my little sister, Angora Xylia on Twitch over here, and Ringo Riot on TikTok and Twitch, and my brother, Lloyd's Fault here. Ow, Power Scuff Squad. I'm gonna eventually get an updated, thing of them. I'm supporting my friends. All right. Unfortunately, I'm not. So this office used to be at my actually my streaming setup has literally gone around the world, where it went from the back of the store to the front of the store to the office, back home, then back to the front of the store, and then back home again, and then now I'm back in the back office again. So it's been a crazy journey. I keep like making and remaking this entire setup, but the one thing that I do miss is having kind of like my collection behind me, like my Final Fantasy VII shrine. I kind of feel empty without it right now, but this is a much more efficient setup. When I'm at the store, I can focus in on you guys. I do miss having my kids being able to come on stream, say hi to you guys. I would love to show you how much our daughter has grown. There's definitely like, I definitely want to like share that aspect with you guys as well too. But when I am home, I have a lot of distractions, and I really can't focus on streams with you guys. So that's why I haven't really done. Now, will I eventually make a home office setup again? Yeah, that's later. Hopefully after the store sale. So we'll definitely go there. Yes. Obviously, I'm not making my channel about her. But for those of you who have seen the videos with my daughter in it, she's adorable. She's absolutely adorable. She is a chubby baby. It's fine. He's just like her older brother, who was also a very big chubby baby. She will grow up to be tall and thin later on. But right now, she's got the cheeks. She's got the rolls. She's so funny. She is definitely mommy's girl. Because, yeah, she sees her more often. I've been working a lot more, so I haven't been home on the weekends, but she's been good. And obviously, like, I'll make like a video of her once a month or something, so you guys can see At some point though, I'm not gonna, what's it called here? Like maybe after her first birthday, I'm gonna stop because I still want to protect my kids. Like I'm not gonna be like the Ryan's World parents and like try to like monetize my children. When I shoot videos with my children in it, it's to kind of share an aspect of our lives, but it's not to make it about them, right? Like I'll still make the videos with my boys. Like I have 2 videos I need to edit of them opening up packs from boxes that people in the community have donated to them to open. So I'm still gonna do that. Like I'll do that, but like it's I'm not vlogging their lives or making them do toy openings and shit like that. No, they need to be kids. They need to live. Now, like if they want to come on to the family business, that's a different story. That's like a documentary series later on, but the business still needs to be around for that. So that's my job for at least the rest of the year. We shall see. She is definitely the cutest. Yeah, so it happened on Sunday. So MFox, like, so the scam and the hack happened on, and I get it. People, I love how people are being like, that's not hacking. That it's all the fucking same thing. Someone scammed my wife and got into her account. All right. Let's not play. What's the word when people, okay. Sorry. I'm asking you guys for words now. What is the phrase that you use when semantics? There you go. Let's not play semantics here. All right. We're all talking about the same goddamn thing. I figured it out, Pancake Charles. I figured it out. Oh yeah. You guys are on a delay. Let's not play semantics here. Okay. Hacked, scam, fraud, whatever the fuck you want to call it. She got freaking Indian call center scammed, phished, hacked, done, robbed. That's the word. We'll just use all of them. Yeah, it sucks. And then I found out today that we are 100% fucked because bamboozled. Yes, Benjamin, bamboozled. Yeah. And then today we found out we're not getting any of it back. So. Yay. Speaking of which, guys, I don't get the animations when I'm using YouTube live stream, but for those of you that donated bits and gifts via TikTok and Twitch, guys, all of that money goes right directly to my staff. Without them, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. And so, like, again, all that goes to them. Really appreciate your guys' support that way. Great question. How do I plan to make the money back? That's a great question. That's a great question because we barely got through the last 9 months saving that up. Really quick context for those of you that don't know. I'm going to do my best to give you the very condensed version of it. 2.5 years ago, when the franchise business completely crumbled and failed, right? I was saddled with over $1.3 million in debt. That's everything from the accountants, the legal firms, the state, the distribution, my distributors who gave me inventory loans, and my creditors and loans, and my landlord. All of it combined was over $1.3 million. I was royally fucked. And I went through a very dark time. And we almost declared bankruptcy and gave up. But in the last 2.5 years, we decided to keep on pushing through. We liquidated what we could. We sold everything what we could. I did everything that I could on Twitch. My old followers, you guys know literally everything that I did, everything I suffered through, but I did it. We were at the height of it, paying over $30,000 a month in debt payments. So keep that in mind. Like everything went to that. We paid $30,000 a month in debt payments. The last $30,000 payment went out in December of last year. January to July was $10,000 a month, which was still a lot on top of our normal expenses, right? Given also the down economy this year and the tariffs. It was a fun year so far. It's been a fun year so far, sarcastically, I say. But either way, we got through that. And the last few months, once the last big loan payment was paid in July, August till now and going forward, it's just a few $1,000s a month because all that is left is the long-term debt from my from the partner loans. So investors and business partners and my family who lend me money, right? So that 1.3 million is now under 500,000. So, it on one hand, we made a major accomplishment. And on the other, for people who don't know the context, we're a failure because we don't have the inventory. We don't have the sales. We're behind on our numbers a little bit. The store looks like shit because you haven't made any necessary repairs and renovations, right? So like on like on our front side, that's and the thing is, when people react that way, I don't blame them because that's what it looks like. But context matters. Why haven't I addressed this? Well, you know what? I was paying $30,000 a month. I didn't have any money to reinvest. We had to constantly, it was survival every month. We weren't paying ourselves. So like, yeah. But again, there's two sides to every story. And then given now, and then starting in August, we started saving money to begin the reinvestment, to get the inventory, to take care of all these things. And just when this always happens this way, by the way, because, just when, like last year, just when we went from $30,000 a month to $10,000 a month, guess what happened? Dun, 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 tariffs. Markets went to fucking hell, and then ripple effect, and then great. And then now, just when we began making leeway, it gets taken from us. And right now, I'll put it this way. It's like we were just building up a little nest egg and starting getting more product that was taken away. And now our ability to get more product has been now immensely restricted. And so it's like, great timing. But what does that got to do with, Shopify screwed me over royally too. Oh, that was great. I'm still with them too. Sadly, it's like sorry, I'm asking you guys for a lot of words. What is the phrase? It's like something syndrome when you go back to your kidnappers. Like, someone got kidnapped, they got tortured and whatnot, blah, blah, blah. They return, but Stockholm syndrome. Thank you. It's been a Stockholm syndrome. I love how you guys are active when I'm asking for words. Yeah, Stockholm syndrome. It's a little bit of that, me sticking with Square and Shopify. Yeah, it's a bit of that. By the way, chat, if you guys ever join us on our Twitch streams or my lives, there's a lot of words I tend to forget, but I'll describe them. That's it. By the way, if you're ever learning a new language, right? Learn the basic words, because you may not know all of the words, but if you can describe it, trust me, that's how I survived Japan. I was like, what's the word I'm looking for? To like, and I'll be like, I'll start describing it to them. And they're like, oh, you mean this? I'm like, yeah, thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Same thing with English. You might not memorize all of it, but if you can describe it, the internet will know. But how am I going to get through it? Like, obviously, the one side is I can't repeat everything that I did before because I can't. I don't have the inventory. So, like, at the height of the debt that we had, I was saddled with multiples pallets of certain inventory. So my first logical step was liquidation. Sell it all. Sell what I can to make back what we can, to pay off what we can, right? So that happened. I don't have that right now. And really one quick note too, for those of you that might hear this story, I'm like, so what good came out of it? So actually one really good thing came out of it is we earned the respect of our distributors. Distributors that I thought like just were like, they're going to collect the money and then cut us off. No, they remembered us. Like recently, the new Final Fantasy items that we got, just, that came in, the stuff that I pre-ordered years ago, right? I'm like I got a message from our distributor, like, hey, this stuff came in. Do you still want it? I'm like, wait, our account is still open? Like, our account is still open? To like, yeah. I was like, wait, I thought you guys let us go. Like, what gave you that idea? I'm like, well, I haven't heard from you. It's like, Andrew, we just went through a giant restructure. You were one of the only accounts that didn't ghost us. You communicated with us, and you actually paid your debt with us, which was hundreds of thousands of dollars. I earned their respect. I earned their trust to be like, listen, we're not gonna lend you inventory anymore. Understandably, they're not gonna do it. Artemis, distros don't hold your account if you don't pay your bills and your invoices, and you ghost. And so when you pre-order something, they order it from Japan and you promise to buy it from them and you instead ghost them, they're not going to keep your accounts open. And guess what happened during COVID? Everyone ordered shit. It got delayed. It finally came. People's checks stopped coming, so they stopped buying stuff. And businesses started to close. Right. I meant if you don't have orders open. Yeah, that's right. Right. You get it. Yeah, no. So it's just like, but the thing is, like, I thought because I hadn't ordered anything because I wasn't able to, like, after I paid them off, I didn't have the means of restocking. And that included our Gunpla supplier, them, and a bunch of other people. And then like lo and behold, like during the, like one couple streams ago, my Gundam rep was like, hey, I'm still waiting for you. I'm like, huh? He's like, yes, we've been waiting for years for you to recover. So because we know you want all the Gundams, and I want all the Gundams. Like I visited my Gundam supplier like not that long ago, and I was in my Disney World because like everywhere I looked was like, what's this? What's this? There are Gundams everywhere. What's this? There's real grades over here. What's this? It's just like I was in heaven. I couldn't afford heaven, but I wanted heaven. And the thing is, though, it's just like they reached out. And so like the thing is, again, why this situation hurts so much more is that I was ready to do a giant Gundam order, a big figurine order with my distributor. We were about to kick off the holiday season in 2026 on a positive. Whether or not we sold the store wasn't the maker like one all be all solution. Like we were prepared to do whatever we needed to do. Like I was prepared to do all this so we can actually, like, last year's Christmas sucked for us because I had no inventory at the store because we couldn't afford it. We were paying off debt still. Like if you came to our store, we had less than $10,000 worth of inventory for a 7,000 square foot store. That is horrible, but that was our situation. And my goal for this holiday season was to have like an ample supply of stuff and, you know, sell it close to cost because I know everyone's struggling. So for me was like, listen, like if we can just flip this, you know, we get to rotate our stock quicker and everyone can get something for the holidays at an affordable rate. So like, that's what we were prepared to do. And no. So yeah, it's just, God, sorry, that's another thing to suss us back. But again, like what I'm like, sorry, long roundabout answer to what are we going to do about it? Well, I don't have all the answers right now because it's literally, I found out today we're not getting anything back. So I have to plan accordingly. We already sold out of our One Piece. We have one Gundam box left. So this is being added to the giveaway to bolster our, you know, our Twitch numbers and stuff too. So that helps. And I in the One Piece. Riftbound comes out this week. I don't have any extra. Please don't ask. But I did set aside one full set of Riftbound for the giveaway. John Gates, no, unfortunately not. My wife fell for a phishing scam. So, and here's how the banks described it. And unfortunately, they have the final say, and I don't have the means of hiring a lawyer, because they got into my wife's account and we didn't catch it because, you know, she was on hold, you know, with Venmo customer support. And I was in California at the time. Again, Artemis, I'm not playing semantics here. Ultimately, we got fucked. Okay. They got into again, that's not an attack on you. Like I got multiple comments like, this isn't hacking. This is phishing completely. Let's not detract from they got into my wife's account I know that's not what I know that's what you meant. You're just no, sorry, it's not just you. I got people like, if you go to the comment sections, there are some like, bitch, did you listen? Not you, like the comments, right? Did you even watch the video? Like, that's not the context here. It's like the dictionary snobs, right? It's just like, please stop. Like you're pulling away from the conversation. But again, once again, that's just people. I hate those people. But either way, they got into accounts and they initiated transfers out of her account. So they did all of these Zelle transfers. And again, by the time we noticed, we closed the accounts, we did everything, we locked it up, we sent the reports in. We didn't know the scope of the damage until the dust settled. We didn't. And so it was like in the upper 5 figures. And it's just like, and because this is so fucked up. Because like, if your debit card got stolen and somebody used it to buy stuff, you can contest that. But God forbid, and this is how the loss prevention officer from Wells Fargo reacted. There's no way someone could get your login information, go into your account, and just happen to Zelle tens of thousands of dollars out without you noticing. That can never happen. And I wish I was exaggerating how she said this, but this is how she said it to my wife. So in our eyes, you're the ones that did this. So because of that risk, we are no longer want to have your business. We're going to close your account and you're responsible for paying the negative balance on your account. Goodbye. Like, I wish I was exaggerating. Again, for those of you just joining, if you've ever worked for any corporate entity, I don't know, like Wells Fargo, a multi-billion-dollar company, you know one of the first things you get trained on? What the tech team literally drills into your head? Phishing. So that external people can't get your login information and clients' information because they can then steal their money. Isn't that hypocrisy at like... I gotta lower my voice. I'm starting to yell. Yeah. How am I doing? If you can't tell how I reacted there, but I gotta keep a smile. I'm a public figure. I gotta. No, I'm doing my best to. M Fox, that's not the bank manager's fault. Keep in mind, guys, your frontline tellers and your regional branch managers, they're like the messengers. You don't kill them. My God. Sorry, I forgot the sound effects are max from freaking Silent Hill last week. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. By the way, that's a preview of when I play horror games. The sound alerts scare me more than the game sometimes because the speakers are on max. So I forgot that they were on max. I forgot that I left them on max. Ow. I'm going to turn it up a little bit here, but Muggles, I have to drive home, so I can't do that. But yeah, no, it's even the manager was on our side. He was just like, I wish, like, he can't do anything either. Like, ultimately, like I brought up the comment, like, ultimately, we're just a low-hanging fruit number to Wells Fargo, which is true. We don't mean anything to them. And even he brought up, he was like, well, we are too. We're like the lowest employees. I'm like, at least you're like second class versus us. Like you're a step above that. So Mr. Savage, like for me, it's just like, I've been waiting for that better news for years now. It's just, and don't get me wrong. It's not being, it's, I know that can sound pessimistic, but it's just like, how many times do me and my team and my family have to go through this? And again, it happens in business, but like for once, can it happen, but not completely fuck over my team? Like, can we even have a moment? Like, the thing is, like, it keeps happening right when we're about to have something good. just when I was like, all right, I can give my employees raises, I can give them insurance, I can actually pay myself, take care of my family a little bit, rug gets pulled under me. And it's like every single time. That's just me complaining a little bit, sorry. But like, it's so hard. And the thing is, that's business though. This is not a woe me type situation I'm trying to say here, but like, I think a lot of people need to understand that this is the ugly side of starting your own business. If you think like again, if you think this never happens, you're like, oh, this only happens to you. I don't ever see this happen to any other business. You're fooling yourself. I'm the only one that actually actively am transparent with things that go. Now, I get criticized this for all the time. You're like, customers don't need to know what's going on with you. Customers don't need to know. But at this point, it's been like 10 years in business, 5 years on social media that I've been transparent. I'm not going to stop that. Because they're like, why did you post that video? I'm like, because I have people who are looking forward to coming for me to come to the upcoming shows, and for me to just all of a sudden cancel and then all of a sudden just no more, like I'm done coming out, like that's a disservice to them, right? But I also choose to use these moments as teachable moments for other people too. Like, what do you mean? Like, a lot of people don't know this kind of stuff going into business. They don't think this stuff is going to happen, but it does. And the amount of people that give up when stuff like this happens or a little bit of inconvenience happens, because they're like, oh, well, the business failed, I'm done, right? It must be nice to be rich. But for other people, right, they might feel like there's no light at the end of the tunnel and they choose to give up. For me, it's like, instead of looking at that, I'd like to make sure that I exhaust every possible option that I have before I say I give up, right? Again, I'm not at Kogakage. I'm not successful. I'm not a stellar business owner. I'm not a role model. I'm not successful. I'm not the Gary V's of the fucking world. Like, I'm not rich. I haven't made, at this point, like, financially speaking, like, we haven't succeeded at all. Most people will look at this business after 10 years and we still haven't profited. We're failing. And I get it. I understand that opinion 100%. I mean, I'm not going to offer any context there because, like, on the surface level, and when it comes to the markets, that's how they're always going to look at it. But yeah, sorry. I just kind of like dissed myself there. But ultimately though, for me, it's just like, I think why I still make these videos is because people still come up to me and they're like, they really appreciate the video that I posted last year or this instant, because they saw that I also persevered through it. Right? I'm also not going to sit here and say no good things have happened. And like, I'm going to tell you guys right now, one of the most irreplaceable things I can say, aside from my children, again, if I changed anything about my past, I would not have my daughter, my beautiful daughter right now. That's so cheesy, I know, but she's so adorable. I love my boys, don't get me wrong, but my daughter's perfect. No, but aside from that, like, I've made some of the most realist friends that I could ask for in the last few years. Friends who are in different countries and different states, but they still genuinely care, like I care for them. When I see them going through a hardship, when I, and so forth, and I see them succeed or they're going through a hardship, it's not comparing. Guys, ladies and gents, and non-binary folk, the amount of people out there that think like, I think you guys already know this, influencer drama. It is a backstabby, like, comparing, it is like, who's the best of the best? Like, it's high school, right? There are some people who have, like, dear God, I've met some of the worst people that I thought like I followed that I found out to be like the worst people in the world. And it happens. Creator drama is real because people are just using each other. They're using each other to leverage themselves, to put them up on a pedestal to be a better person. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, not all of them are like that. There are many who are, don't get me wrong. But just like how people are like, oh, every business must be scam artists and scalpers. That's not true. In the last 5 years, especially, my friend group that I have right now, the amount of people that I can call up that will just, like, not up it this way. Like, it's not about like, oh, they'll lend you money or stuff like that. No, just like listen and encourage you and not discourage you. When you're going through a hard time, check in on you. Or even like out of the blue, hey, what's going on, man? How have you been? I haven't heard from you. Right? Or people that I've like, for me, they've outgrown me. I'm like, man, you're succeeding so hard in life. You're now this like celebrity, I'm like beneath you now. Right? And then like, they'll message me. I'm like, hey, like, dude, I'll be like, yo, I'm super proud of what's been like, I'm not going to name in these individuals because again, I'm not going to like, I don't like using my friends to like validate my position or stuff like that. But I have a friend who actually was a fan first, communicated with him a couple times, commented on his early stuff, and he's really blown up now. Like he's up there. Like he's a fucking celebrity now. And he messaged me one day. I'm like, hey, dude, like, hey, I was like, first off, congratulations, man, on all your success. Loving to see your content. Love seeing how you've grown. You're taking care of your family. Like, little jealous of all the tech you've been getting. I'm just like, I'm doing all this other stuff. And then he comes right back and he was like, it means a lot to hear that from you. And like, I learned from you. I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, dude, you're kicking it. You're killing it. But it wasn't a dick measuring contest, right? It was just genuinely celebrating each other's successes. He's like, hey, I'm glad you got out of that situation. Congratulations on your daughter. It was just a genuine conversation. And we're just checking up on each other. It wasn't about like asking for favors or whatnot and stuff like that. And so like I brought it up. It's like, hey, like I saw that you were into this stuff, right? And he was like, yeah. I mean, he even was like, I didn't want to ask because I know you're going through some stuff, but do you have anything? I'm like, I got this. And I was like, you want me to send it to you? Like, I would love to sponsor you. He's like, no. I'm buying it and you're not going to take no for an answer. I was like, okay, I appreciate that. Because real friends are not going to ask for free things. Your real friends, if you're a business owner, folks, we will buy from you. They will patron your business. Real friends will not take advantage of your friendship to get free services and stuff. Remember that. But on the flip side, as the owner, don't go in with that mentality. Don't be like, well, aren't you going to buy this? Like, I thought you were my friend. Don't you want to support my business? There's a courtship here. There's a give and take here. You need to offer, right? They know that you're going to care because you offered, but you need to give them the opportunity. Like this, like, also don't treat this like a goddamn test either. Be like, I'm going to find out who my real friends are. Okay. Because there's context in friendships too. You can offer someone something for free out of your kindness of your friendship, right? And then the person might not be in a position to pay, right? Or to even offer because they're embarrassed. If you're their real friend and you understand that, you don't bring it up. It's like, hey man, it's on me. And it's just like, hey, and then give that person the opportunity, like, hey, sorry, man. Like, dude, I already know. Don't worry about it. You'll get me when you can get me. And I get it. There's a fine line. There's a gray area here because like people will take advantage of that. Right? It's always, it's just like there is a balance to it. But I've seen so many business owners have, like, I'll put it this way, they fail for multiple different reasons. But I've seen business owners, they They just party with their customers. They play with their customers all the time. They're members of the community, and they're just giving away. And that leads to a not very good situation. And on the flip side, there's owners who project their insecurities. Think, business isn't going well, sales are going bad. So then they start blaming their friends and family. Hey, why aren't you guys helping me? Why aren't you guys supporting me? I thought you're my friends. Why aren't you guys helping me? Like, there's no, like, it goes to the extremes, right? You can't let money get in the way of your friendship. Right. And even if you are business partners and so forth, like even when I was interviewing for franchises and people were coming in with groups, I'm like, you guys need to make an agreement, a dissolution agreement, it's arbitration rules. What that means is you are agreeing that if you guys can't agree on anything, you will bring in an outside party to it's arbitration to go ahead and make a decision for you. They will go ahead and in non-biased position, give a balanced solution. And then you take that. You're agreeing to do that ahead of time because friendships will break over this kind of stuff. Right. And there's a lot of things going on. There's honestly, like, for those of you who are just like, I just need to do market research, business plan, find the location and execute. No, there's so much more nuance you need to look out for that a lot of people don't think about. Like, for those of you that might think that I'm like a failure after 10 years because I don't have a profitable business, you are completely ignoring the encyclopedia of knowledge and real world experience I've gotten in those last 10 years. You're also ignoring the Rolodex of context that I have now. Like, for example, like ultimately, if I was able to just start over, I'm pretty fucking confident I would kick ass. Like, start over with the budget I had. Well, actually, no, not start with the budget. If I started over with the budget I had 10 years ago, I would fail miserably. I'm gonna tell you that right now. There is no way in hell you can start a retail brick and mortar store for $30,000. You cannot do it today. So my original statement out the door. But no, if like for example, if I had a couple $100,000 and I was told to restart, I would have made completely different decisions. Right? Oh my God. I'm gonna tell you right now. Actually, no. And in all honesty, if I was able to go back in time and start over the exact same way, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I would have done. If I had future knowledge, right? And you guaranteed me that my children would not change. I would still have my boys, I would still have my daughter at this time period, but I can go back and start over. I would have gone into immense debt because I already did, like trying to build this business over the last 10 years with almost no money. You had to go into debt, right? So I would have put all of the hundreds of thousands of dollars I went into debt with, right? Before COVID, I would have just bought pallets of fucking Team Up. Sun and Moon era. I would have just bought pallets of that shit and just put it away and put it into a storage unit and let my family curse me out. Every one of my investors curse me out. Suffer for 10 fucking years and then cash the fuck out, right? Imagine. I want you folks to imagine Pokemon Team Up booster boxes. One booster box goes for like $2,000 right now, right? I had the opportunity to buy booster box cases that had 6 of these suckers for $250 10 years ago, 7 years ago. I forget exactly what, but either way, you know why they were so cheap? Because nobody wanted them. Nobody wanted them back then. They couldn't sell it because that format sucked. Nobody wanted it. The Lovebirds were being sold for $20. We opened up 2 of them and we sold it for $20 because whoop-de-fucking-do, nobody cared for the game. I'm sorry, I'm projecting because Pokemon didn't pick up in our store until 2 years ago. I wish it picked up back then. The worst part is my nephew, who has been working with me now, he's the one, he was like, yo, Uncle Andy, you should totally pick up Pokemon because I totally see this stuff blowing up in the future. I really should have listened to him. Because I'd be rolling into the cash right now if I was just unloading a pallet of Pokemon Team Up. And the thing is, like, I have a couple Pokemon creator friends who are like, there's no way. I was like, yo, I still have my invoices from 10 years ago, 9 years ago. Send it to them. And they're like, holy shit. And I'm like, yeah. They're like, had I known you back then, I would have ordered cases of this stuff. I'm like, I know. Update. Yes, the first Quan. So I don't repeat again for everyone that's been sitting through this. Just go to my very last video on TikTok. It's up there. I literally posted it. But long story short, my wife fell for a phishing scam, and the banks won't cover it, so we're fucked. But I go further into detail and how I'm responding. Please, I do urge you to go watch that, please. But yeah. Thank you. No, I appreciate it. Yeah, sorry. It's been 2 hours of me talking about it, but it's been a lot. It's been a lot going. But if you haven't already done so, for those of you who are like, well, how can we support? How can we help? Again, I'm not doing a GoFundMe. I'll take bits and donations, and in terms of like gift donations on the Twitch, and obviously like, you know, subs and stuff. But no, ultimately, in all seriousness, you can go to our website. I did add the Union Arena boxes that we had left over, and then the oh my god, the consignment items. So we have One Piece, and some Pokemon products selling on consignment on our website. So they're labeled as RCP products, so resale commission product. Wolfbane with the 10 gift subs. Let's go. Oh my goodness, let's go. The emoji explosion on the site. I've disappeared. Let's go. Appreciate it, brother. Hope things are getting better, my friend. I hope so too. Chat, don't tell me if someone hit the Mega Millions or not. I bought a ticket today and I was just like, you know what? I keep hearing this is just the precursor to something good happening to you. Don't tell me. Don't say anything on here. Because I have a ticket from California, I have a ticket from Pennsylvania for the Mega Millions that was already drawn. But I was always like, yo, if I hit it, I think I made a TikTok video one time. I was like, yo, if I hit a Powerball, everyone on chat gets a PlayStation 5 and a gaming PC and all this stuff, right? I was like, I'm gonna give you guys back. Yo, 5% of it. 5% of whatever the jackpot would be, it would be given back to the community. Think of it as the 5% cash back. You know, how? In a bunch of shit. like market price, forget that. I'll just buy up TCG Marketplace and just give it away to all of you. Like I'll find meaningful ways. Like I'll work with the sponsors that we have to do like a Corsair package to a few lucky winners so that we can completely redo their gaming rooms and stuff. Like I was actually genuinely thinking about this. Like we would do a couple anime Tasha cards that we would give away. We would do give away an apartment. So the way I looked at it was we could buy it. So in every major city or at least state, buy an apartment, not an apartment, but we can buy one apartment or a townhouse and give it away to a community member so that they can have housing, you know? So it's just like, I was just thinking of ways to kind of do this. Now, like that was that though, like the 1.5 billion budget. Like I was like, okay, I can do this. RV home, yo, I could go the van life. I know there's people adopting the van life. We could do that. So these are things I want to do on top of obviously building more stores, building the company, building Akihabara in America, because with that kind of money, I could do it. And bringing the life-size Gundam to America. That's for those of you who are just watching for the first time or joining. That has been like, no, I haven't been bashful about it. One of the major goals I've had was like, I want to be the reason the life-size Gundams. Not the one that just swivels the head. No, like fucking transforms and shit, right? I want the life-size Gundam in America. And why I say that with my chest open, because I've spoken to the CEO of Bandai Namco America and asked them flat out, is there a world where if somebody was willing to pay for it, to bring that over here? And he was like, no one's gonna do that. Bandai's not even doing that. But if someone would, I imagine so. And I asked him, this is before COVID. I followed up with him 5 years later. He remembered me. And I was like, hey, do you remember our conversation? Yeah, it's been a while. How you doing? No. I asked him, I'm like, hey, so I see that you guys have a new one. The one that points and bends, right? He's like, I was like, I don't want to know the price, but if someone's willing to pay for it. He was like, actually, Andrew, he was like, you know, we're working on the movie. We're working on some big things for the Gundam to really explode in America. And, you know, I knew about the stores opening and a couple other things going on. But he was just like, you know, the executives still won't bring it because there's like, financially speaking, it's dumb. There's no reason to. But I'm like, what's the price on it? He was like, do you really want to know? So he told me the price. So I know the price. And I told him, I asked him, it's like, so if someone paid for it, like, we can slap our logo on it, right? He's like, not giving you the number. There's certain things I can't share. There's certain things I can't share. I gotta say, but he was like, he was like, if it helps you to get to like whatever goal, go for it. But it was like, oh, Pancake Charm, 6 figures. I wish. 6 figures? Like all the millionaires would buy one right now. That's like buying a Ferrari. No, it's up there. I'll put it this way. I need the Mega Millions to win it, to get it. And for those of you joining, I've been saying this for 5 years, so this is not just some recent speaking out of my ass. Because I want to will it into existence. Because I was like, all right, listen, if I win the Mega Millions and I buy this thing, I get it. The perception will be, okay, this guy's just being stupid. He's just throwing his money away. That's like the most selfish. Like, no. I make it a part of Gamers Heaven, like, you know, attraction for free. Let people come and enjoy it. But the one thing I ask, right? No payment. You can just come and see it, take pictures with it, enjoy it. But the one thing I would want is I want the cockpit to actually be there, so I can use it as like an office. Highly impractical, but let me live my dreams. Like, I want to be able to walk up in front of everyone and just sit in the cockpit. And I just want to be like, yes. I could die in there. Because like, I have lived as few men dare to dream, right? Like, it's like, I want to customize it just so I can do that, right? Or stream out of the Gundam. Welcome to the Gundam live stream. It's like, probably very dangerous, very impractical, and no one would probably allow it. But, you know, again, I can dream. The thing is, as much as I would love to have like Death Scythe or, you know, a Freedom Gundam, it needs to be RX-78. That's the icon. Like, that's the one that needs to be it. So, like, even for me, like, if I had to choose Power Rangers, right? Like, which Megazord would I do? You have to do the original. As much as there's some great other Megazord designs, you got to go with the OG. That's iconic, right? So, Excess Lift, I'm appreciate you coming in and asking. I'm assuming you haven't seen you haven't seen the last few videos. We're going through another moment again. But we're still going. Like I could say I can paint the picture of like, you know, we're going like we're still here. And there's a blessing to that because ladies and gents, I'm going to end with this because it's almost 2 a.m. I actually do need to go to sleep. I have a long day tomorrow. I'm going to try to come in earlier. My kids don't have Taekwondo tomorrow, so I can actually come in a little bit earlier tomorrow and do some planning. There's a lot of businesses struggling right now. You may not hear it. I know you see blips and pieces on the news, but in the real world, guys, your expenses went up 10, 15, 20, 30%. Business income, revenue has dropped multi-digits. There's a lot of people who are suffering right now. There's a lot of businesses who are in the middle of closing right now. I don't care about your political affiliation, but that's the real world impact right now of what's happening. It's not just our industry, it's across the board. Like, again, whether you don't see it or you don't feel it doesn't mean that's not happening. So this is one of the main challenges that we have to get through. And I forgot. And again, if you'd like to support us, I did once again. I did put some items on the website. If you guys would like to pre-order some things. Again, consignment items are on there as well too. So I understand if those are your price range, but those are available as well. And we do have some lifetime memberships still available. Several of you in the Bay Area in California have started taking advantage of it. One person is on pace to literally pay his off via boba drinks in like a few months. Dennis told me there's literally, and I met the guy, there's literally one customer who's been coming in every day getting his free drink, and he's literally and he told me too, he's because he moved into the area and he still doesn't know anyone, like he's still making his friends. He uses that lifetime membership to bring his coworkers from his new job to get them a free drink. Like, I sat there, I'm just like, I never thought of using it in that way, but oh my God, that is like, hey, you want to go grab some boba? Yeah, where should we go? I got a place. Get it for free. It's like, oh my gosh. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. And then 5% off the purchases. So he gets the discounts. Oh my God. It's and we have a few left, and I know, trust me, I got messages about that too. Like there's so much. And we're rounding out. And Jungle, if you're still here, to your original question, I saw your comment today. I apologize for not answering it. Yes, the if I sold the home store, if it was sold, and I do have a lowered price, because at this point, it's not about the numbers anymore. It needs to be done. Like, I'm not just gonna give it away either. Like, there is a price, but it's I gotta make sure that I'm not undervaluing the work that we put in. But at the same time, I need to give the new purchaser an opportunity to, get this place where it needs to, and then get there. So, and it's just, but yes, if we sold the store for the minimum number that I'm looking for, it would solve everything. Everything's taken care of. And we're hiring people, and we're off to the races. Like, 2026 is, let's effing go. That's what it is. Because unlike two and a half years ago, where, yes, and this is why sometimes you don't see business acquisitions happen, because anyone buying an existing business doesn't want to buy their debt, because you're not actually, like, the majority of your money is not actually going back into the business or the equity of the business. It's going to debt payments. And that's why a lot of things fail. And ultimately, that's what would have happened with us. 2.5 years later now, whoever buys the store is just buying the store. There is no more debt with the store. The store is actually debt free. I am not. Like me and the company, but all the remaining loans are under my name because they are personal loans with partners and family members. The store is free. So at this point, whoever takes over, they're buying the equity from the equity partners, and then TLC, tender loving care. Carpet needs to be replaced, some retrofitting needs to be done, furniture needs to be replaced, and most importantly, inventory. And then the store is for once at 100% and actually making profit. like we're hovering around break even right now with nothing. Imagine with something. It's like swimming. So that's the advantage of the person buying. And then for us, we can then take the money that we would have put into the store and we can now put it to the areas that we need, like the corporate restructuring, the team that we need, the online inventory. For God's sakes, the website has like nothing on it. We can actually rebuild it, improve it, make more content, and start focusing on the managing of both the locations. So yeah. The last lifetime members, Taff, you gotta remind me of what you meant there. Yes, for those of you that didn't see the Jiggly Diggly, actually Dennis has have any more people come in to buy the drink? Because Dennis told me someone drove 2 hours or several hours away just to come up and get the drink. So I need to know, have any more people bought it? Another one came today. Yes, this is the wrong way to use your influencer powers. Most days, 99% of the time you ask me, I'm like, I'm not an influencer. I have no power. But when it comes to shit like that, I'm damn proud of it. When it comes to shit like that, I'm super proud of it. Jungle, yes, there's a TikTok on it, and it's very good. And I'm not a coffee person. And when I had it, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, yes, that is still on the table. We are still many away from that, but that is still on the table. I would still give one away. That'd be good. The jiggly diggly. So good. I'm glad I didn't post the full version of that clip because I might have gotten banned on TikTok if I post a full version of that one. That was definitely not. Yeah, we wouldn't report it. But once again, I didn't check the website for the sales yet, guys. Like I'm gonna do that afterwards. I'll do a bigger push tomorrow. All right, we have one order. Oh, Tomodachi. Oh, you ordered your Union Arena boxes. Thank you, Tomo. You get double entries into the giveaway every dollar spent on the website. But again, once again, guys, we do have products on our website, gamersheaven.com. We do have a couple pre-order items up, and we do have a couple consignment items up as well too. It's mostly TCG product right now. I'm working on getting the Gundam stuff. It's going to be a little bit of a rebound. We're gonna be working on it, and I'll have to start. We do offer shipping, so you do have to pay for shipping, but if you like to support us by at least buying product, that's the way to do it. So we have One Piece, Pokemon. I will have the Phantasmal Flames pre-orders, which will only be a few. So keep that in mind. We're not going to have, I will have those up. Lifetime members will have first dibs. So if I only have one, it'll be first come, first serve on that one. And then we have some Union Arena boxes up. And then a couple, yeah. And then Mega Evolution stuff as well too. And then tomorrow I'll add on, I'll work on adding more to the website and just kind of working more and more and more. And then we'll go from there. But all right. So with that said, let me see who we can raid over on Twitch. So before I raid, guys, I am going to take the list of everyone here on the Twitch stream. So if you'd like to be added to the giveaway that we are doing in December, free giveaway, by the way, you just have to be on the Twitch stream when I end the stream. So I'm gonna pull the name in a minute here. So if you guys want to be entered in there, Gamers Heaven TV over on Twitch, come on in. I'll be pulling the names in about a minute here, and then it is Twitch Fright Fest right now. I guess tomorrow I'm playing Silent Hill. Fuck. All right. Today through Friday will be Silent Hill for, Halloween. I'll be on later Friday night because I am taking my kids trick-or-treating. All right. I may no longer be going to a card show, but I am taking my kids trick-or-treating. And then Friday night, depending on the amount of subs that we get, because it will be a subathon, will determine how long I will stream on Saturday and going forward. So Saturday will be Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That I will promise you. The rest of this week, it is Fright Fest, and I do owe you guys. Yeah. I'll come up with punishments. Frog costumes and just a frog costume and other things. We'll work on it. Actually, wait. Actually, before I raid out and go, I do want to see one thing. I don't know if anyone's still here on Instagram. There's only a few people here right now, but for those of you who are still here, I appreciate your feedback on this. I'm going to go ahead and just load up Silent Hill because I need to see how the vertical screen looks to you guys, because it's a different layout than TikTok's. So TikTok, I have a separate handle for that. Oh crap, these boxes are in the way. I'll figure it out. Hold on. I gotta see how the green screen effect looks for you guys. All right, we'll figure it out in a second here. I need to see if the layout works for you guys. So, okay, loaded. Don't continue where I left off. All right, hold on. PS5. Oh no, it didn't say. Oh, PS5 green screen. Here we go. And then for TikTok, you guys are this view. There we go. And then I gotta turn on the green screen effect. Hold on. Filters, edit filters, chroma key. Okay. Oh, the boxes are still here. Hold on. Whoop. All right. The boxes will be a part of the effect for right now. But hold on. That's not fully fitting on the screen. Hold on. The transform. Fit to screen. Oh, they're making it the same. I can't just... Oh, they're linking it. What? Okay, I can still... Okay, hold on. I can still make it... Okay, here we go. So I'm wondering, for those of you on Instagram, if you're still here, because I know TikTok, you guys are getting the... You're just getting the normal... I don't need the volume. We're not playing tonight. I gotta get going home. It's 2 a.m. I gotta take my kids to school. Where did I stop? I forget where I stopped. Oh! We're at the Creepy Temple. Good to know. Okay. Creepy Temple. So, on TikTok, I have a mixture of the vertical and the widescreen, so I know that's okay. For those of you on Instagram, you have two options. I can either do the central vertical look, where it's just you just see the center of the screen, or do you guys prefer... Unfortunately, I can't do like this, like weird thing, but I can do that, but I'm like down here. Or I can be like bigger or whatever. Like I can do this. Like what looks better to you guys? For those of you on Instagram, TikTok, you know, yeah. Ignore the boxes. They're not normally there, but what would you guys say? Or I can do like a little bit of both. Like I can do like a little, make it a little bit bigger. You like this one? It looks fine. Obviously, I'll put like more information around it and stuff, but okay. I hate this game so much. It actually has a pretty decent story that makes you really think about it, but no, we're not playing. I gotta go. It's 2 a.m. I'm a father. I got fatherly responsibilities. All right, the long way looks solid to you. Well, I can kind of do like a half measure, like. Okay, nope, that's nope, that leads to bad things. Nope. Okay, we're gonna do that, and then this is center technically. So that's center. If anything too, like I can use, so for those of you on Instagram, like I can kind of use this as a way to be like, hey, if you like a better view, come over to Twitch. No? Okay, so you guys. So really, sorry guys, Instagram is on a bit of a delay. So are you guys liking this full screen? Like where it's a vertical? Or do you like the smaller one? So full or small? Both views look fine to you? I just realized how much of a delay it is on Instagram. Wait, are you guys getting the game audio at least? You guys hear the game audio, right? Is that coming through? Oh, hold on. Music is still playing. Hold on. The lo-fi music was still playing. Okay. Everyone can hear, right? Smaller with the wider view. Is that, you know, that's what you guys are liking? Okay. So I can do like a semi. So what I'll do is like, I'll stretch it a little bit. So here, actually, so it doesn't like have a full empty screen. I'll just do like a little bit of a stretch. And then we'll do that. I think that's good too. And then over on Twitch, you guys get like a little bit of a background thing too. So I have two options. There's no options. We're done. We're not doing this tonight. My voice is already gone. I'm more like, I should play. But it's 2 a.m. in the morning. I actually do need to go home and sleep. So we are gonna raid out. So this is for next time. This is for next time. Oh, geez. Oh yeah, the green screen is still on. I was like, why am I not seeing myself? That is for next time. Ignore I know it's green behind me and stuff, but we will do this.
Get on.
I will get on task tomorrow. We will play tomorrow. Let me fully recover from today's bullshit. Also, once again, if you'd like to support us, please go to gamersheaven.com and check out the stuff that we have currently on the website. I will be adding more, and we'll go from there. Lifetime memberships are still available, and if you're interested in buying the store, I know that's not everyone here, but we are currently in the middle of doing that as well. But with that said, I think everyone who wants to be in the giveaway is here, so we're going to go ahead and raid on out. So I'm going to copy everyone's name for the giveaway. We got some new people in the chat, so bam. And let's raid. Who's playing? Let's see. What's Kaitessa doing? Oh, there we go. We're going to raid Kaitessa. another person in my community. I know more VTubers than real people. You can say that's a sad thing, or I don't know, whatever. All right, I'm gonna go and end the TikTok. So guys, thank you guys for coming. I'm gonna end TikTok here really quick, guys. So for those of you guys joined in, really appreciate it. For those that stayed through, really appreciate it, guys. Once again, thank you guys for the conversation, for the content and the comments, and for watching the videos. That's it. I'm done talking about it. We're gonna move on because I have to. So tomorrow, get ready to just scare the shit out of me. Save those bits and sound donations, guys. I'll take donations via you scaring the shit out of me. Deal? Deal. We will play tomorrow, all right? You guys all have a wonderful night. Thank you. And have a good rest of the day.